If you have a hardy hibiscus in your yard and it hasn't come up yet this summer and everything around it is already tall and green, please do not dig it up. I know what it looks like. Bare soil, no shoots, no leaves, not a single sign of life. It's July, every other plant in the bed is already blooming, and you're standing over an empty space wondering if last winter finally killed the one plant you loved the most. Here is the truth, it probably didn't. Hardy hibiscus is the single most misdiagnosed plant in American gardens. Every summer, thousands of gardeners throw away perfectly alive plants because they mistake the plant's natural rhythm for death. But if you're watching this before August, you still have time to do the opposite. You can bring back a hardy hibiscus that looks completely dead and you can still get dinner plate-sized flowers this same summer. Not next year, this year. In the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly how to tell if your hibiscus is alive. You'll learn the 5-step rescue that wakes it up in as little as 10 days. And near the end of this video, you'll learn the one mistake that quietly kills even the plants people successfully bring back without them ever knowing it. Stay with me. Why it looks dead. To understand what to do, you first need to understand what your plant is actually doing. Hardy hibiscus is unlike almost every other perennial in your garden. It does not overwinter with soft green stems tucked under the soil, ready to push in early spring. It does not emerge in April like your daylilies. It does not send up little green shoots by May like your peonies. Hardy hibiscus dies all the way down to the ground every single winter. Every stem, every leaf, everything above the soil turns brown, dies, and eventually falls away. The living part of the plant is entirely underground. A thick, woody crown with a network of roots, that is the whole plant in dormancy. Then here is the part that catches everyone off guard. Hardy hibiscus does not wake up when your other plants wake up. It does not respond to warm air. It does not respond to longer daylight. It responds to one thing and one thing only: soil temperature. The plant will not begin to grow until the soil around its crown reaches 70 degrees consistently, day and night, for several days in a row. In much of the United States, that does not happen until June or even early July. In cooler zones, it can happen as late as mid-July. So while your neighbor's daylilies are 3 feet tall in May, your hardy hibiscus can still be a bare patch of soil in July and be perfectly, completely alive. The scratch test, the moment of hope. So how do you know for sure? Do the scratch test. Walk out to the spot where your hardy hibiscus should be. If you cannot remember the exact location, look for the old dead stems from last year. They will still be standing, hollow and brown, sticking up 2 or 3 feet above the ground. If you do not see any stems, look for a small mound or a slightly raised area of soil. Once you find the crown, kneel down, take a small stick or a gloved finger, gently scratch away the top half-inch of soil right at the base. Now look. If you see living tissue, it will be one of 3 colors: white, pink, or pale green. That tissue is alive. It is the crown of your plant and it is waiting. If you scratch and find only brown, dry, papery material, dig 1 inch deeper. Sometimes the top of the crown died back over a rough winter, but the living tissue is just below. If you dig 2 full inches down and find only mush, black tissue, or a hollow space, then the plant is truly gone. That is rare, but it happens. For 9 out of 10 hardy hibiscus that look dead in July, the scratch test reveals living tissue, which means your plant is not gone, it is waiting for you to do the next part. The 5-step rescue. Here is the 5-step rescue, follow it in order, skip no step. Step 1, cut back every old dead stem, bring pruners, cut each brown stem down to 2 or 3 inches above the soil. Every stem you leave is stealing sunlight from the crown. Every stem you cut is a signal to the plant that summer is here, and it is time to grow. Step 2, remove any mulch from directly over the crown. If you have wood chips, bark, straw, or even fall leaves piled over your hardy hibiscus, take them away. Pull the mulch back at least 6 inches in every direction from the center of the plant. The crown needs full sunlight hitting the soil directly. Mulch keeps the soil cool. Cool soil keeps the plant asleep. Step 3, water once deeply. Take a garden hose, set it to a slow trickle. Place it right at the crown. Let it run for 15 minutes. You are trying to soak the root zone with about 5 gallons of water. This one deep soak triggers the root system to activate, then stop. Do not water again for at least 7 days. Step 4. Feed the plant. Take a balanced fertilizer. 10-10-10 works perfectly. Sprinkle about a quarter cup in a ring around the crown about 6 inches out from the center, never on the crown itself. Then lightly scratch it into the top of the soil and let the next rain or your next watering carry it down to the roots. Step 5. Mark the spot. Push a stake or a bright plant marker into the soil right next to the crown. This is more important than it sounds. When the plant does start to emerge, the new shoots are dark red or deep green and they blend into the soil. Without a marker, you may accidentally step on them, or worse, give up too soon because you forget where you were watching. Do all 5 steps in a single afternoon. It takes 20 minutes, then walk away. Why before August matters? Now, why does the title of this video say before August? Here is the timeline. If you do the rescue protocol in the first 3 weeks of July, your hardy hibiscus has enough time. New shoots typically appear within 10 to 14 days. Once they emerge, hardy hibiscus grows fast. 6 to 8 inches per week, sometimes more. That gives you enough runway for full flower buds to form by late August and for full dinner plate blooms by early to mid-September. In warmer zones, the bloom show can run all the way through October. Now, if you wait to do the rescue until August, the math changes. The plant will still wake up. The rescue protocol works in any warm month. But by August, the plant has 3 weeks less time to grow. It may still produce a few flower buds, it may not. More importantly, a plant that emerges in August has less time to store energy in the root crown before winter. That means a weaker plant next spring, sometimes a plant that does not emerge at all the following year. That is why the window matters. Rescuing before August gives you blooms this year and a strong plant next year. Rescuing in August or later saves the plant but often costs you 2 full years of flowers. So if it is July right now, this week is the week, not next weekend, not the end of the month. This week. The hidden killer mistake. Now this next part is the one I promised you at the beginning, and it may be the reason your last hardy hibiscus rescue failed, even if you did everything else right. Overwatering. After you do the deep watering in step 3, gardeners get nervous. They see the bare soil, they see no growth, they start to panic, and they reach for the hose. They water every day, sometimes twice a day. They tell themselves the plant needs it. The plant does not need it. Hardy hibiscus in its dormant state has almost no active roots to take up water. A dry crown in warm soil wakes up, a wet crown in warm soil rots. Here is the rule. After your initial deep soaking, do not water again until either the plant has visible new growth or 12 full days have passed without rain. If the soil feels dry 2 inches below the surface and the plant has still not emerged after 12 days, give it one more deep soak. Then wait again. Every extra watering you give a dormant hibiscus increases the chance of crown rot, and crown rot is silent. You do not see it until the plant is dead. By then, no rescue works. Trust the process, trust the dry days. The plant will emerge when the soil is warm enough. Your job is to prepare the crown and then step back. So there it is. Scratch the soil, find the living tissue, cut back the dead stems, pull back the mulch, water once deeply, feed the crown, mark the spot, wait 10 to 14 days. Do all of it before August ends. And do not, no matter what your instincts tell you, water it every day while you wait. Do this correctly and by September that empty patch of soil you almost dug up will be a 5-foot-tall shrub covered in dinner plate flowers that stop traffic. Real flowers, real blooms, real return on the plant you thought you had lost. The scariest looking plant in your garden is almost never dead, it is just late. Give it what it needs and then get out of its way. We'll see you in the next one.